Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are, Wednesday, and let's see, if yesterday was the 14th, today must be the 15th. Yay! We're halfway through August already. Wow. Soon time for school, and soon we'll be into fall, and soon we'll be into winter. Soon we'll have snow. So we're not going to complain about the heat today. No! So we're continuing to read through Jeremiah, just a couple of chapters today. But significant chapters. They're all significant, but here we're hearing God through Jeremiah assuring the people who are now in exile that He hasn't forgotten them, He hasn't forsaken them, that they are important to Him, that He will bring them back, that He intends to bless them and return them and replant them. And he refers to virgin Israel, like this is going to be a restart here. Everything's just going to start over again. And that's who He is. That's the heart of our Father, and I don't know why we have a tough time with that. I have a tough time with that. I know you have a tough time with that. We all have a tough time with it, because when we mess up, we expect to be cast out and just gotten rid of. And in some ways, it's the attitude of parts of the church. But it's only those who get caught, right? Because we all mess up. We're learning. This is a learning process. When God brought Israel out of Egypt, there were no laws. There was nothing in place at that time. He just said, "Follow me, obey me, walk the path that I set out before you." The sacrifices came in later because the people were not capable. The sacrifices came in after the whole thing with Aaron and the bull, or the calf. Sorry, the calf. And God knew in order not to destroy them, He was going to have to put in something that will allow their sins to be covered, because he can't have anything to do with sin. And so he wouldn't be able to have anything to do with the people, but yet he needed to be with the people to be the king who would protect them and provide for them. And so those sacrifices had to come into place. But it was all because of the relationship. So this is who He is. He loves us. He's not going to forsake us. He's going to do whatever He needs to do in order to protect our love, to protect us. He wants us to protect His heart. He wants to protect our heart. He hurts when we do things that He's told us not to. Not because it's necessarily it is disobedience, but even more than that, it's because these things are going to bring us harm. That's the part that people have to grab onto. God gave us His instructions to protect us. To increase us. He didn't give us instructions to make us slaves. He didn't give us instructions because He's the parent and we're just a child, and what do we know, and we have to do what He says. These things are in place to increase us, to protect us, to help us, so that we would become everything that He created us to be. That's the path that He's marked out for us. And when we step outside of that, when we decide to do our own thing, it hurts Him. It hurts His heart, because He knows it's going to lead to us being hurt. It's going to lead to our destruction. It's going to lead to pain for us, and that hurts Him as our dad. And this is the image that we need to get into our head and to understand. When you read Jeremiah, it's with reluctance that God is bringing in this correction to them. It's I'm not going to. I've already gone over it many times, but it just that it hurt Him to do this. He had to do it, and He reduced them. He reduced them, and He said to them, when you get rid of those detestable idols, when you stop wandering, when you turn back to me, then I will bring you back. So in other words, when you re-enter this covenant with me, when you love me as you promised to love me, I will fulfill everything that I've told you. But even when He sent them away, He didn't forsake them. He still watched over them. He was still with them. And the whole intention was that he would give them those 70 years to get things in order, and then he would bring them back and replant them. This is our Father. So when we mess up, when we want to hide it, that's deceitful, and he really hates that. When we mess up, he wants us to talk about it, and then he's going to show us how to. He's going to give us instruction on how to clean up that mess. And he wants us to clean up that mess. And he's going to grow us in that. He's going to mature us in that. He's going to use those things for our benefit. We don't want to mess up so that we can increase. That's not. He will increase us in other ways, but knowing that we're going to mess up, because we are mess ups. We are. We fall back to our old nature so many times. We become self-centered. We don't have a self-discipline in place to discipline our thoughts, to discipline our emotions, and we hurt people, and we do things, and blah, 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 blah. It's just... But that doesn't make us not his children. It just means that he needs to teach us. And that's what he's committed to, teaching us. I pray that you can grasp this, you can get hold of this, so that you don't waste time beating yourself up. There's definitely there is a repentance that takes place, and it has to be a natural repentance when the pain of what we've done hit us, and we realize the pain that, because when we mess up, it's not just us. It's like dropping a can of paint that splatters over everybody in the room, and those who are closest to us in the room. And when we mess up, we hurt them. We hurt them, and we've got to clean up that mess. We've got to repair relationships, and it's not an easy thing. It's a mess. It's messy. It's not something where we can say "whoops" and just go on. We have to deal with it, and he helps us deal with it, and he grows us in it, and he doesn't forsake us, and he doesn't chuck us away, and nothing will separate us from his love. That's the amazing stuff. And it's all forgiven. All forgiven. So you be blessed today, and let him increase you today in all that you do, and all that you say, and all that you're involved in. He wants to shine through you. He's called you the light of this world. Don't despair about the darkness of the world. It's our job to chase out that darkness. We need to be involved with this world. We need to we've got the solutions that they're looking for, and they don't realize it. Maybe we don't realize it, but we do, and we won't realize it until we're involved with them. So get involved. Get involved with your neighbor. Get involved with your politicians. Get involved with the local things that are going on. Just be Christ's representative. Reflect well the Father today. So be blessed.